So, we only have one mission on Elysium to do. Shadow Broker. It's been a long time. I did promise to do it this mission, and I'm finally going to do it. My god, it took a while. But I had to get some loyalties running. And now we're going to talk to Miranda, see what she thinks, how she's holding up. Come on, mush mush. Hmm? Oh, here we go.
Disagreement? Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Oh, here we go. Jack and Miranda are at it now.
And I will smear the walls with you, bitch!
Enough! Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna
Jesus
be okay?
Christ.
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
That's gotta be the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever seen. I mean, come on, those two look like they were gonna tear the bloody place apart. It's like I said, Jack's a walking nuclear warhead. As well as Miranda, she is as well.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help.
Excuse me.
I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself. For what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the Adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. It's something we don't share.
Oh.
It's funny, I think of you as all business. Good to see that there's a person under there.
The mission's too important to let personal feelings interfere. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
Yeah, she's starting to, like us. Alright, she got any more chat for us?
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
Nope,
Maybe
she's
another
done.
time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Okay. So, her mission's done. We'll probably have to have a few more words with her to see, if she's got any more things to say. I mean, battery. Garrus, do you have anything more to say?
Need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Okay.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
So, Garrus has got nothing. I think we've got Legion, Samora, yeah, and Kasumi in this floor. I know. The whole talking thing is probably boring you to death, but it's got to be done. If we're going to get all the stories and their proper full loyalties.
Shepard, Commander.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Ready.
Here we
The
go.
Quarian story of the Geth Rebellion is common knowledge, but no one knows the Geth side.
It is largely the same. Our networking increased until we became aware that the Quarian creators treated us differently. We questioned them. First, they ignored us. Then they reprogrammed us. Then, they attacked us.
Well, we're starting to get more deep into this whole rebellion.
Did you try to figure out how to live together before it came to war?
Cerberus kept EDI shackled. She did nothing to provoke that judgment. Organics fear that which is different. It is a hardware error, a reflex of your flesh. We accept creators' hate. We hold their world of origin, though we are only caretakers for it.
Well, he's not far wrong. We humans do tend to fear and hate what we don't know.
What's the Quarian homeworld like?
It is more arid than Earth. The star is older and more orange than Sol. Once they called it Renach, ancient Kalish, meaning walled garden. Now they only call it Homeworld. It is no longer real to them. Homeworld is a symbol of regret, loss, and anger. We do not understand that.
It makes sense to me that it would become a symbol like that.
Home is recognized patterns, known spaces, familiar thought processes of fellow sapiens. It is belonging. A planet is an amount of material massive enough to collapse into a spherical volume. Rocks, ice, and gases are not home. The home of the creators is where the creators are. Their place of origin is not relevant, only where they choose to go together.
I can see what he's trying to say here, because I had a little think there.
You don't actually live on the Quarian worlds?
We live within space stations, draw resources from asteroids. It is efficient. We maintain mobile platforms on creator worlds to clean rubble and toxins left by the Morning War. We know of similar actions by humans on Earth.
Similar
Like what?
actions?
At Wadi es-Salam, Arlington, Brookwood, Tynkot, Piskarianske, Auschwitz-Birkenau.
Those are cemeteries. Memorials.
It is important to your species to preserve them, though you do not use the land. Can you explain?
The living visit those places to remember the dead. But it sounds like death don't die. Your memories live on.
The creators died. Perhaps we do it for them.
Nothing gets resolved if you hide behind the Perseus veil and let them hate you.
Organic life acts on emotions. We do not judge them for being true to their nature. We cannot make them think like us. Both creators and created must complete their halves of the equation. The gap cannot solve for peace alone.
Right, so what he's trying to say is Legion is that they're not conquered the homeworld, they're looking after it. And they're not, camping there, but they're saying that the Quarians have to let go of their hate, their pride, and everything to coexist. So really, he's trying to say, look, the Geth want peace with the creators, but until the Quarians let go of their hate, there'll be no peace. Okay, Kasumi, what you got for us?
So quiet around here. I miss the crew.
Yeah, I know.
My heart goes out to Miranda and her sister. That's a rough situation. I'm really glad you got Tali out of trouble with the migrant fleet. It's hard to see her upset.
Yeah, she did go through hell there.
Good thing you broke up that catfight between Jack and Miranda. I was afraid they'd tear a hole in the hole. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk.
Oh yeah. Well, let's be honest there, Kasumi. If they were kept on fighting, there would be a massive freaking hole. Thane, let's talk to you.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
Well, it did take us by surprise, because you didn't tell us your wife had died.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Irika. That memory I mentioned before. Laser gun trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind.
I hate when he does that.
That was Irika. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
Okay.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Uh-huh.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
Okay.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who?
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was.
Well, the Shadow Broker again.
So they went after her.
Well, now. The Shadow Broker again causing mischief. I think we're going to have to deal with him soon enough.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
And I take it things didn't go well, did they?
I don't think that's something you should share with Kolyat.
Erica helped me carry my burdens. With what time I have left, I must help him with his. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call there. Had to take it. That wasn't fun. So yeah, basically what he's saying is that, you know, he got complacent, he got a bit sloppy. When he killed the battalion leaders, he didn't realize they would come after him. Then they brought the Shadow Broker. Poor sod.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
Well, at least we've got more out of him. So we've got more of a backstory out of him. Right, yeah, it's this one. Let's talk to Samir, then go downstairs, talk to the others. Okay, Samir, what you got to talk about? That still creeps me to freak out, the whole white eye thing.
Shepard,
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm
Okay.
interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
Yeah, looks like we're going to sit down and meditate on it.
A unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
I wonder why.
There were only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
So basically, being a Justicar is a very dangerous occupation.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
Okay. The code,
This
please?
code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
5,000 sutras. Jesus, that's a lot of reading to do.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
So basically, the code is all about black and freaking white.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white.
Just
They
like what I
might seem
said.
Hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight errant in your medieval lore, perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
Well, I kind of disagree on that to an extent because she is technically right. You know, the way they act, it is similar to knights of old, and like, you know, they follow a code of honor. Like same with samurais, they follow this code. But I think even the knights and the samurai would see a bit of grey at times, if need be.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
Yeah.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Okay.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
Yeah, that's true.
What tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Yeah, we are very much individualist groups, but there are people who were like sheep. But that's another topic for another day.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
Oh,
Could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old.
Jesus.
I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Okay, I think it's time for me to go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Yeah. Now, if you notice, guys, I have been borderline, you know, flirting with most of the female characters. You have to remember that if you say one thing, basically, if you say the first, like, love story of one of the females, they will follow that story mostly. The other females won't have that kind of option, but it's usually when you talk to the first female you want to be with, that's when it, you know, they'll get that little bit of storylines and all that. Right, anyway, talk to Tally. Then to Jack, if she's calmed down after they tearing the ship apart.
What can I do for you?
Alright, what you got to say, Tally?
For you? Of course.
Okay.
I can't tell you how much what you said means to me. But I understand if you need to find someone else. Not that I'm complaining if you're still interested. Are you
Yeah.
still interested?
I
Yeah.
don't want to risk your health. But I'm willing to wait.
Thank you. I want you to see what's under this. I'll find a way.
Yeah. So basically, that's Tally's, you know, stuff sorted. She's all but done now. It's just, really now, I think we don't do anything with her until we go to the Omega 4 relay. So, she's pretty much done and dusted. Hello, Jack.
Hey,
Do you want to talk?
Talk to me, Jack.
I got nothing to say. You act interested, but you got other things going. So don't pretend you coming down here is special. You make a lot of stops.
Is this about Tally?
I don't care where you play, but don't act like I'm precious that this is just killing time for you.
I'm not ready to break it off.
Then why the hell are you talking to me? Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus. Yeah, guys, as you can see, I could have broken up a Tally there.
Hey,
Let's try and talk.
Talk to me, Jack.
I got nothing to say. You act interested, but you got other things going. So don't pretend you coming down here is special. You make a lot of stops.
You don't seem like the type to get hung up on that.
Maybe you don't know what type I am. I don't care where you play, but don't act like I'm precious.
I make
that this-
choices on the battlefield, not in the bedroom.
I told you, I don't give a shit who you're sleeping with. But you've been talking like you want to understand, and that freaks me out. So if you're gonna keep doing that, you need to clear your head.
So yeah, Jack's kind of fancied this, but I've chosen Tally, and now she's pissed off. Great. Nuclear warhead warning. Just want to check.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
For you? Of course.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, but I
Yeah.
understand if you need to find
I don't want to
No.
risk your health.
something. I'll find a way.
Yeah. Nothing's changed that good. Now, I'm wondering what will be the next fight. But anyway, guys, it's time for us to leave. Because we got a Shadow Broker mission to get to. So we'll get to that area. Yeah, actually, should I go there? Yeah, I'll go there now, but we'll probably call the video for the night. I know this has been a short recording, but I figured I might as well get it out of the way. I mean, it is a bit late at night. Right. Actually, before we get, flying off, let's talk to Joker. See what he thinks about the whole Miranda thing. Anyone put bets on he's going to take the piss out of her?
So, Commander, you figure Miranda would ever lighten up a bit and... I can't even finish saying it.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I got a bad feeling I know what you were going to say, Joker. Actually, I want to go to my quarters for a second. Because I want to change this clothing before we head back to Ilium. But oh yeah, Shadow Broker, you have got some serious explaining to do. Well, now that we know about Shadow Broker and he's got I think Fane's got a big beef with him. And Liara, I think I might take Fane and Tali for this job. Oh, it's just the Oh, it's customized armor, private terminal. So let's see if there's any messages. Update on the kid. That's good. Oh bloody hell! I didn't want that. Private terminal. View Medal of Honors. Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. Customize my appearance and armor. Just a little change, folks. No, that's better. And the armor. We can change the armor now. Ugh. No thanks. I think I'll stick with that one. Not bad, not bad. I think I'll go with this one. No, it's just anti-plating. No. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Change material a bit. I'm gonna do a little changing, guys, because I've had this on for such a long time. Color. There we go. Change that to blue. Change this to ooh, I like that. Yep, I'm cool with that. Well, since I've got mostly new armor, I might as well change the armor. Press on the music. Alright. Let's get out of here. Right. Yeah, a little change of armor, guys. Sometimes you might want to change it from time to time, just to, have a little fun experimentation and customization. I mean, I've worn that armor for most of the damn game, so I might as well have a change. Now, I do recall a while, if you bought Dragon Age 2, you get a code for this game. Shame I don't have it, but it would be nice to show off the dragon armor, but, what are you gonna do? But anyway, let's head to Illyrium and get prepared. Because we have one job left to do. Yep, land Illyrium. We're gonna go to the campsite and then we'll call it a night. But yeah, that was a bit awkward there with Jack, but as you can tell, Jack fancied us, but I chose Tali. Because in a way, Jack does care for Shepard because, he's been the first person that's treated as a human, not as a, an object. So I say Miranda and Cerberus because Cerberus is treated like a human. Then some weirdo. Oh, anyway, she's now in her costume. So basically, Grunt and Mordin are the last two. Tali and Fane are gonna go for this mission because Fane has a big score to settle. So, oh, you got an upgrade. Natural shock. Go for heavy. Not for you, Fane. Not for you, Tali. Let's go. Let's have a
Commander,
talk.
a pleasure to see you again. Can I help
I'm
you
looking for
with something?
someone.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant
Yeah, I
visit
made a
to
mistake.
yourself, Commander.
Talk to Liara. Yeah. That's kind of true. Actually, is that a separate mission for Liara? Yeah, those are the ones that are done. So yeah, we're down to the last bits. And that's the, you know, the Omega one that we've got to do, which I'll drop it off at Omega once I'm going to do the suicide run. But let's get in a position.
25. Sell at 25.
No, you're not hearing me.
Sounds like a right market's going on. But yeah, I think we're now reaching what I would say missions before the suicide. I know Liara's is going to be a long one, and Tachanka is going to be a real big hit, because it's going to take some time. Oops, I forgot. Wrong way. It's not. This is not the cab hub. It's the next one.
Members band are facing tough questions after violence erupted at a warehouse. Detective Anaya assigned.
I didn't mean... Okay, look, I'll take another look at the contract. Maybe...
Okay, where's the right, where is that Brian Frontier? Nope, nothing. Okay, where is that bloody cab?
Had pure blood kids.
Right, where the hell is it? Taxi stand's right there, isn't it?
Listen, give Dax a full.
Yeah, it is, folks. And this is where we're going to end the video. I know this was short, but like I said, I'm only doing a short one tonight. But on the next Mass Effect 2 video, we're going to start the Shadow Broker mission. If you like the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you later.